Today is May 11th, 2025, and I'm just documenting that instead of this woman being with her children or her husband's children for Mother's Day, she is over here stalking our family. Something happened, and when you understand that this woman right here, Tadase Estrada Barth, at 5438 Brockwood Street, called my mom a horrible mom because she loves her daughter. When you understand that, when you understand why she's stalking us, why Sussana Iljazi, corrupt FBI agent, placed her specifically over there to be the ringleader of this community, this neighborhood, in order to do all these damages and bad things to our family, because their goal is to steal the assets of my elderly parents. So she did the utmost lie. She lied to the police. A lot of police misconduct. Sussana Iljazi set it up, according to my dad, where every time the police are called to this home, that it's always going to work out in Tassim Lazari's favor and my father's favor and against my mother and me. And Sussana Iljazi, corrupt FBI agent, had promised him that. And she's utilizing that woman at 5438 Brockwood Street, who called my mother a horrible mom. That's what she's doing. And she's doing it in order to obtain ill-begotten gains with Sussana Iljazi and all her co-conspirators are doing this to obtain ill-begotten gains. So when you realize all of this, then everything makes sense. All the lies, all the things going on. They're pushing my dad again to be mean to my mom and me. He didn't even say Happy Mother's Day to my mother this morning. So a lot of things are going on that are very wrong. And now she went inside because she realizes that it's wrong what she's doing, because she's listening. Like I said, they were surveilling our family for a long time. My parents, my mother, my elderly mom, who has a 100% clean record, never had any trouble with the only time that the police were ever called when it came to my mom was because my dad was violently abusing her, beating her, physically tormenting her. So other neighbors would call in Downey Police Department and Bronx NYPD, things like that. I don't know about Bronx NYPD, but for sure Downey Police Department was called on numerous occasions because my father was violently beating my mother. And she never pressed charges because the law in those days where you had to press charges. And, and it's just wrong. What's been happening to our family is wrong. 100% wrong. And I need to document all this because, like I said, they're doing a lot of illegal things because, lying to the police and obstructing justice, that's a crime. So they're doing a lot of crimes, and what they're trying to do is create false narratives to put my elderly mom, they did put my elderly mom in jail, Tadase Estrada Barth and Christopher E. Barth, because of Sussana Iljazi putting them and herself to surveil our house. And my mom had tried to do an order of protection against, she called Beth Sadek and she called Daniel Lewis, and she was asking them for their help to please place an order of protection against Sussana Iljazi and against that neighbor over there, Tadase Estrada Barth, and against Christopher E. Barth, because they were lying to the police and obstructing justice. So my mom needed the protection of Beth Sadek and Daniel Lewis. So she was calling about that on January 12th, 2022. And what ended up happening is on July 12th, 2020,